I'll be demonstrating the Russian bind-off. It is a elastic but loose bind-off, so making it ideal for toe-up socks. The bind-off can be worked in all knit, all purl, or in any rib pattern, and I'll be demonstrating it in a 2x2 rib pattern here. So how we work it is we always are going to work the stitches as they present themselves. In other words, you'll knit the knits and purl the purls. So that's why you could do it with any type of a pattern. We also have to do a work two together. And by that I mean we will use, for knits, we will use a knit two together through the back loop. And for the purl work two together, we'll do a purl two together. So we're going to start with a setup, and to work the setup we will just work 2 stitches. So here I just have 2 knit stitches, so we will work 2, so that's just here 2 knits, and then we're going to slip them back to the left hand needle, both of them, and then we're going to do a work 2 together. So these are both knit stitches, so a work 2 together in this for knit would be knit 2 together through the back loop. So I'll just go in through both of those stitches through the back loop. And that's the setup. So we have 1 stitch on the right hand needle. So now we're just going to keep repeating this next step over and over. So we work 1, in this instance that would be a purl. So we're going to work 1, slip these 2 stitches back to the left hand needle, and then we're going to do a work 2 together. So now you may say, well, I have a knit stitch and I have a purl stitch, so which do I use? We will always use the decrease that follows whatever the second stitch of the pair is. So here the second stitch is a purl, so we're just going to go ahead and purl those 2 together. So now I will repeat again. So work 1, that would be a purl in this instance. Slip those 2 stitches back to the left hand needle and then work them together. Since they're both purls, that would be a purl 2 together. Feels kind of odd as your working yarn's coming off the second stitch, but that's how it works. Now repeat, work 1. This time that next stitch is a knit stitch, so we will knit it. Return both stitches to the left hand needle. And you can slip them, sometimes just for speed, I'll do it 2 at a time, but you can do them 1 at a time. And the second stitch of this pair this time is a knit, so we will knit 2 together. And back from the beginning. Work 1, it's a knit this time. Slip the stitches back to the left hand needle and work them together. Since that's a knit, that second stitch of that pair is a knit, we will knit 2 together through the back loop. Work 1, that's a purl, so we'll purl. Slip the stitches back to the left hand needle and work them together. Since that's a purl, purl 2 together. You can see we're getting a nice looking bind off here. Back to the beginning, which would be work 1, so that's a purl this time. Slip to the left hand needle, work them together. Since the second stitch of the pair, that'll tell us which decrease, and that would be a purl 2 together. I'll do 1 more. So work 1, next stitch is a knit, so we'll knit. Return to the left hand needle, work them together. Since the second stitch of the pair is a knit, we will use the knit 2 together through the back loop. So you would keep continuing on and on across until you had 1 stitch left, and if this were our last stitch, we would just make a big loop, cut our yarn, and draw it through that loop to tie it off. So there you have the Russian bind-off. Happy knitting!